Hi everyone. I'm sorry about the delay. I had to deal with an emergency. Plus, it's hard to find a bright spot in the house because it's so dark outside. So I hope you took your vitamin D because now in the winter we really need it. Today we're gonna go a little deeper into the benefits, physical benefits of meditation. I'm not going to teach you to meditate, but I would like to mention a few physical benefits about which maybe you're not aware. So my hope is that you will consider meditation afterwards. So what are the physical transformations? Before that, you probably know that meditation makes us feel more calm, have better clarity, and better focus in our life. So these are not really physical expressions of meditation. So let me tell you what are the physical. It's commonly thought to induce physiologically at rest states of the body. But what really happens inside of our body when we have those at rest states? So we know about the autonomic nervous system that is part of the control. Not part, it controls our body. We have parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous systems, and those two branches make the autonomic nervous system. The sympathetic nervous system is the one that really controls our blood pressure, our digestion, our stress, and etc. The parasympathetic nervous system, controls our digestion, the parasympathetic nervous system. I mixed them up completely. The sympathetic nervous system is the one that breaks down muscles and pulls resources while we are stressed. The parasympathetic one is one that is anabolic, means it builds up tissue, muscles, recovers, digests. So meditation is commonly thought to induce physiologically at rest states and decrease autonomic parameters during the meditation practices, including reduced heart rate. Also, we have slower respiratory rate. We have lower blood pressure, a very, very important one. Also, it improves the skin conjunctivity. And you know that we are breathing through the skin as well. When you have better conjunctivity, you have more oxygen into the body and also more CO2 expelling out through the body. So also is increase the alpha activity in the brain. About the brain we'll talk a little bit later, but why it is important that it lowers the blood pressure. Of course, it's very, very important because the high blood pressure can lead to a lot of heart problems or heart diseases even. This is actually part of a problem in the cardiovascular system. So these are some of the physical changes during meditation. And if you're not convinced by now that you need to meditate, we will continue with the changes now. Before that, I want to mention three things. We have seated meditation. Why the meditation is seated? Because the energy and the flow has to go through a straight line through the spine. Having said that, I want to tell that I know people who are doing lying down meditation. So the spine is straight again, but there is the possibility of falling asleep. which we don't want during meditation. There's nothing wrong with the sleep, on the contrary, but we would like to be alert in that state that we are half sleep, half alert, because then the magic happens. If you can do lying down meditation, this is great. I've tried many times and almost every time I fall asleep. So for me, it's the seated one. There's also walking meditation, and I learned this through Qigong. One of my teachers was very passionate about that, and he taught us many movements which are meditative movements. They are repetitive movements, and where you get into the state where you're safe because you're walking in an area which you know that you cannot hurt yourself. You are watching, and at the same time you're so much in tuned into yourself because you regulate the energies and the breathing in the way that you are half asleep, half awake while walking. And one of those movements is called a stork walk, which is very, very interesting as a meditative state of mind. So the meditation helps decrease metabolism during the meditation, but also it increases the repair. This is important to know. The body receives that quiet message to relax and reduce tension and tightness in your muscles. I want to tell you that when the muscles are relaxed, they can get more oxygen throughout the blood flow, opposed to when they're tense. That's why we are stretching the muscles, because in the process of extension or stretching, the oxygen rushes into the muscles to oxygenate them. And this way it brings not only oxygen, the blood rushes, sorry I said the oxygen, yes it's true, but the blood delivers oxygen and nutrients. So that's why it's important the relaxed state of mind during meditation. So all the changes are made to promote healing. And let me say a few things about the brain, which is extremely important, the changes that occurred in brain. I found the article which link, I will post some comments from the article, quotes, and I will post the link to that article. Is in PubMed. You know that I'm searching when I want to state something scientifically. I prefer to see the research. So it's a research which is available for the public from PubMed, and it says that it strengthens areas of the brain which are responsible for memory, which are responsible for learning and attention and self-awareness. The practice helps to calm down your sympathetic nervous system. As I told you in the beginning, while we are stressed, we are under the control of the sympathetic nervous system. Over the time, mindfulness meditation can increase cognition, memory, and attention. So you might not consider those physical, but memory is related directly to the state, the health of and the state of your brain. So I consider this a physical change. So during research, they conduct a special wave analysis that reveals a degeneralized increase in beta and theta wave power during the meditation. Those positive after effects of meditation enhance the body's immunity. The body's immunity is related mostly to the parasympathetic nervous system, which I mentioned in the beginning. This is when the body is able to recover, to take care of pathogens, to take care of bacteria, parasites if you wish, which has to eliminate, destroy. So also to recover tissues that have been damaged in order for us to be healthier. So also the healing process, which is the recovery, and eliminates the risk of coronary problems, which we said are problems like high blood pressure and increasing and improving the blood flow through the arteries and veins. I want to mention something about dopamine, because it's a theme that everybody loves. People take substances to get more dopamine release. I suggest you to, if you want more information on dopamine, there is a fantastic podcast, Huberman Lab. He does only research, he talks only with scientists, mainly. And there is some controversy about too much dopamine. If you want to learn about that, listen to this podcast. Otherwise, I would like to tell you that the meditation techniques excuse me, the meditation techniques raise dopamine levels in the brain. So when the brain gets a surge of dopamine, then you improve your memory, improve your focus, and you improve your problem-solving capabilities. This is a very, very big one, the last one, because you have a better awareness in the environment, you think faster, you see more possibilities, because your mind just expands and it can see more possibilities for outcomes and solving problems. So dopamine is one of the happy hormones our body releases when we exercise as well. Take the meditation as part of your exercise routine. I do it very often in the morning when I wake up, but I see my husband prefers to do it after workout, and it works beautifully for him as part of his workout. So this way, at least 3 or 4 times a week, he has his meditation sessions while he is working out. I find this amazing, very good, very beneficial for him. So meditation also causes feeling of pleasure, better motivation and satisfaction in life overall. And it has been suggested that the practice of meditation is associated with neuroplasticity phenomena. This is very interesting. There are books on neuroplasticities. Actually, one of the maybe best author you can find is a researcher from Toronto, and saying this, I forgot his name. I read the book, The Brain That It Plastifies Itself, I think was the title, and he explains how the brain takes on different functions. Different parts of the brain take functions from other parts of the brain, which functions they learn and they apply. And so the brain this way keeps you alive and functioning, because the brain's aim is to keep you going, to keep you alive, so you can dream, live your dreams. And it plastifies itself. You're losing part of the brain through a stroke or heart attack or other reasons, and then he explains how other parts just take over those functions. And very interesting, it just plastifies, it changes itself into a more multitasking and more functional body, which is amazing. So neuroimaging studies have shown that the brain connectivity changes in meditators, which means that you become more sensitive, your awareness grows. That means when you meet people, you get faster information and faster reaction about who they are, what is their energy level, how would you behave towards them, what to expect from them. You get more predictability, which makes you feel safer and makes you feel more in control of your own reactions. So in deep meditators, some energy pathways are opening, and more energy is starting to flow through the body. And you've probably seen online that lady, she practices in Melbourne, Australia. She has this New Zealand accent. I'm just saying this so you can recognize her. There are a lot of advertisements going on her business. People are lying down on a bench and you see how the body waves. She works with the spine energy flow, and she heals blockages throughout the spine and throughout the body, through different openings of the spine where she can enact that energy to start flowing and to show her where and how to deal with those blockages. Very, very interesting method which she discovered herself. She worked energy work, she learned energy work in an ashram, and she also is a chiropractor, and she studied back in the biggest back clinic in the world, which is in Texas in the States. So mental training studies such as working memory training, meditation and yoga have shown both increased and decreased gray matter volume. And you're curious about the decreased one. I will tell you right now, and I will post this below as well. In most meditation studies, increased were often detected in areas like the cortex, parts of the cortex that become self-regulated, better internal awareness, in areas like hippocampus, also hippocampus, and in the cortex. Because different parts of the cortex are mentioned. I will keep it simple. I will stay with that. Conversely, a reduction is being found in the amygdala. You know probably very well that the amygdala and the brain is related to our stress. So if the stress levels are going down, and we practice more often meditation, and we handle better stress, and we are not getting into a stressful situation because it's our choice to stress out or not, then that part of the brain, the amygdala, becomes void and becomes smaller and smaller. It decreases its size. So this is the decrease which is found out. I think I've mentioned everything I wanted to when it comes to the physical changes. So as a recap, I want you to remember that the physical changes are in the sympathetic nervous system, which goes down and raises the parasympathetic nervous system. The physical changes occur in the blood pressure, blood flow. It occurs in the respiration, the respiration slows down. That means the heart has a little bit of break. You know that the heart constantly works day and night. It's a perpetual organ that never stops. The other organs too, but the heart is very unique. Also, we have a dopamine release during the meditation, the happy hormone. We also have changes and neuroplasticity of the brain. Some parts of the brain, like the cortex, are getting bigger, increase in size and function, and others, and hippocampus as well, and others like the amygdala decrease, which is a very good thing, which means that we handle stress better. If you are interested in Joe Dispenza's works and teachings, you probably will read his story where he recovered his spine through meditation. He opted of operation because the operations wouldn't give him any guarantee, and he would will be bedridden or wheelchair ridden. So he did meditation and the spine recovers itself. So meditation can recover tissues as well. And I'm pretty sure that if you check the guy, Chris Beats Cancer, this guy is also has been recovered from colon cancer through nutrition and mindful practices. So why I'm mentioning this, I worked with colon cancer, and I want to tell you that the survival rate of this cancer after the 5th year was 3% when I was working back then. Even if it's improved now, probably it's not much higher. The reason why they do operation and they take part of your colon, and this is a very damaging for your immune system. It's very damaging for the entire digestive system. But what could they do while you have blockages? And I think this is acute care, it's an emergency, and the operation has to be done. But then automatically most of the people have the sentence that they won't live long. But Chris beat cancer. Chris did it, and this is amazing. Through changes and mindful practices, you can do even that. The body plastifies, modifies the processes, and has an amazing wisdom that can keep you alive, keep us alive, not only you but myself too. So mindful practices are very, very important. And here I would like to open brackets for religion. I worked with a person where a few coaches worked with her. We pushed her a lot for her to do meditation and stuff like that, but her religion did not allow. And she started considering it at the end when it was too late. She was too far gone and no mindful practice could help. She had to learn to believe it, to trust it, to relax into the process. She still had this fear that she's doing something wrong, which the church doesn't approve. I don't have anything against prayer. Prayer is healing, and a lot of people report physical changes due to constant prayer, regular prayer I mean, but when it doesn't work and it doesn't bring you changes in your condition, I think it's very, very important to look for other mindful practices that maybe can change. The thing with the prayer is that there is talking all the time in your mind at least, or you're talking, and the relaxation, the respiratory process cannot go down, the blood pressure cannot really go down because you are working, you're doing something. Opposed to if you work with your imagination and breathing and focusing inwards, because the prayer is mostly outwards, you focus towards the one you're worshipping. But when you focusing inwards, then you really slowing down the body. Just for you, some information to consider. So thank you for watching, and if you need more information, you know where to find me. I will continue with the posts this week about meditation and the physical changes in meditation. And if you have any questions, comment below or get in touch with me. I am available to answer questions. So thank you very much and enjoy your day.
Join our Healthy and Community Facebook group. If you have any questions, please free to comment below. Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more.